Hi, everybody, and welcome to Seeking the Sacred Earth. This is Totem Weekly. We pulled Raven, Dolphin, and Blue Heron in reverse. Raven is a totem of magic. So let's talk this lunar eclipse that is unfolding on Friday. This is a very, very powerful full moon eclipse. The area in life which is affecting you most, you have already been learning the lessons. This is a place where you have been forced to be mature. It is a place where you've been forced to act with integrity. By this time, you understand you cannot change the circumstances, that it's all about changing how you feel and how you are coming to the table in your life. Raven says, you are about to get an upgrade in consciousness. That the work that you're doing is truly transformational. And that when you continue and you allow the forces, the cosmic forces, the universal forces, the God forces, to really work in your life, you will have breakthrough emotionally, psychically, physically. Raven also is a go-between between this world and the next, between the void of creation and creation itself, between the numinous state where things are born and the actual matter that they become. It is an invitation to dwell in the darkness of the numinous state. Now, not darkness in the connotation of bad or evil. It is the womb. So we fear the unknown, most of us. The unknown future is what so many of us stress about, keeps us up at night, because we don't have control over what happens. And even if you do work with a psychic or an intuitive, it's a free will universe. So they can really only make a good guess, because it's constantly changing the future based on what we choose in the moment, right? It's the present moment that is the pivot point. Raven is saying, fall in love with the unknown. What is your relationship like with the unknown? How comfortable can you be with it? Can you walk the path of the unknown in trust, in faith? Because the more trust and faith you have, the more miracles and magic can be present in your life. The more faith and trust you have in the unknown, the better the outcome can be. And this is Raven's message. It's not an easy invitation to accept, but once we do, we are literally given the opportunity for a peace and a calm that surpasses understanding. The peace and calm of the unborn child in the womb of the mother. I mean, that's where we all began, and yet we fear this state. Raven is saying, how still can you get? How comfortable can you get with the darkness of the unknown? Can you find it beautiful? Can you find it magical? Can you give into it and stop trying to control the outcome? Because if you're working and living in integrity, you're not going to worry about the outcome. If your magic is pure of intent and you're here and acting in the good of all, then you won't fear what's coming next. Then we got Dolphin. Dolphin, it's a totem of mana. Mana meaning the energy we receive from breath. So as we embrace the unknown and the magic, Dolphin is also telling us to breathe and to use breath very specifically. It is not just to take the next breath so we can, stay alive. It is to understand that there is another component to breath, and that is literally the life force itself, prana. To breathe it in with intention is to energize yourself, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally. So in some ways, this is telling me that this weekend, as we go through this lunar eclipse, we really need to be doing our energy work. We need to be strengthening our energy fields. We need to be using breath and visualizations to cleanse ourselves of the negative thoughts, of the fearful thoughts, of the bad habits, the patterns that are holding us back. And it is so much of this fear of the unknown, I'm feeling, that we're all kind of grappling with, because let's be honest, things are pretty chaotic globally, politically. And that means that there's always going to be a place in our life which may be that way too, because it's all connected. So we're all having this place where we're having to just go with the flow. To ensure the best outcome, though, this is saying, let go, have curiosity about what will come, rather than fear and trepidation. Because we're not going to be able to control the outcome. Again, we're only going to be able to control how we act, how we feel about it, how we're going to show up for it. Use the breath to help you through anything that may become stressful this week. Because it may, and remember, fear and anxiety is sometimes just excitement that's holding its breath. So maybe something really beautiful is happening, a shift, a change in your consciousness, an upgrade in your life, but change can be scary. But perhaps if you breathe through it, really specifically using the breath to propel you through, perhaps you will find that it wasn't fear after all. And that was excitement, the giddiness of the child, who generally does not fear the future. Then we got Blue Heron reversed. Blue Heron is about self-reflection. And when it's reversed, it's saying we are being perfectionistic in a way that is actually getting in the way of our personal growth and our greatest good. It's saying, don't strive for perfection in the result. Make love to the process. That's what turns Heron right side up. And believe it or not, when you fall in love with the process and you take the pressure off of the outcome or the end result or that goal that you're trying to, achieve, then you do really have clarity. There is a layer of consciousness that opens up when we can just let go of what we think we want and go with the flow. There is a clarity that comes, an awareness of the beauty around us, the awareness of the synchronicity and the magic. There's a lot been written about this eclipse, a lot, for years. People have been writing about what this eclipse is supposed to mean and what is it going to bring. This is the challenge I want to offer to all of you. From my experience, every challenge that I have faced, on the other side of it, I have loved myself a little bit more for going through it, for being able to forgive others, being able to forgive myself. What I've noticed is every chaos that ensues, the situation always ends up better than before the chaos started. There really is something to this, that it is a natural part of life. The upheaval, the tornado, the earthquake, right? The shakeup, the breakthrough, the aha moment. The change that's so profound, you're not the same again. This is the vital living force of life. It is a part of us. It is within us. It is without us. It's in everything that we see. Make love to it this week. Instead of looking at it as something that's opposing you, accept that things are messy, that you don't know how things are going to turn out, that you may not even know how you want them to turn out at this point, that you may not even know how you feel about what's happening. Can you allow that space to work its magic on you? And the more oxygen you give your brain, the more you're going to be able to be in this space. So breathe. And just because things are hard, chaotic, possibly frightening, it actually is more of an invitation to have fun. It's more of an invitation to laugh, to find the lightness, to find the play. And I don't know about you, but when I look at dolphins, I'm fascinated by their fearlessness, the way that they jump in. The ocean has always sort of frightened me. It's this awe-inspiring entity to me. And I surely know it's not where I belong. I like to sort of be on top of it or like at the shore, but it is a massive force of power. And we don't know what's under the water, right? Well, the dolphin has made the ocean its playground. That's what we have to do with our lives right now. It is still our job to find joy in every moment. That's the challenge. No matter what is going on, can you find peace and can you find joy? And boy, is that a tall order that we have all born into humanity to take on. Because there's some pretty crazy stuff going on. And we can't control so much of it. So, we're not looking for perfection. The job is to fall in love with the process, to fall in love with yourself as you're challenged by fear, to remember that it's highly charged energy right now, and we can let it be fear or we can let it be an exciting time where we're going to be getting an upgrade in consciousness. We're going to be getting great ideas of how to make our life better, of how to live better, of how to live happier, healthier, and in integrity. It's all going to be coming up. And we got to breathe through it. Literally using breath as energy, not just as what sustains our lungs, that mundane level. Using it and understanding that it is light and that we are absorbing that light every time we breathe in. And the more our intention is focused on the light, the more it can feed us, energize us, and help us weather these storms, these fearful times, these exciting times, this change, this inevitable change that is coming, that we're in, that we've been in. So, thank you so much for viewing. I just barely got this done for you guys today. I'm so glad I could. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment. I love your comments. Head to SeekingTheSacredEarth.com for all information on one-on-one sessions. And of course, most importantly, if there's someone in your life that you know who has ears for this message and an open heart to assimilate it, to digest it, please send this to them. Oh, wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful week and a wonderful eclipse. Be curious about the future and be okay with not knowing, because that is the true state. That is the truth, is that we don't know how it's going to turn out. And isn't that more fun? Wouldn't we all be just terribly bored if we knew how it was all going to turn out? Thank you for viewing.